Hello folks, this is Saxena here again, and today we are going to talk about innocent spouse and injured spouse relief. This is a very complicated topic, and I've made an attempt to collect material to present in a short video for my viewers to understand the complications and the implications that are involved here. I have prepared a slide which I wanted to bring up and discuss with you. So I have the slide up here, innocent spouse and injured spouse relief. As you can see, there are three types of reliefs mentioned here. One is innocent spouse, actually, separation of liability, and equitable. Now, in the case of innocent spouse, the return, what happened is, let me give you a little background. When people are married, they file a joint return. And when they file a joint return, the tax liability on the tax return is both husband and wife's responsibility. In some cases, the husband, let's say for instance, has not disclosed some of the income, or has claimed extra deduction, or has claimed an extra credit and has gotten a bigger refund. Now IRS finds that out, and then they say, okay, give us back this money, and here's the interest and the penalty and all the, and they have to pay. So the spouse who didn't know about all this is innocent. She says, I didn't know about this. You can please only take this money from the husband, not from me. Now, here comes the word innocent, and here comes the word knowledge. Now, if at the time of signing the return, if the spouse knew about this erroneous items in the return, or had reasons to believe, reasons to know that they are in the return, then she cannot claim any relief, and she is equally liable. But if she did not know at this time of signing the return that this has been done by her spouse, then she can claim the relief by filing 8857 form within 2 years from the time IRS has decided to start collection. So that was for innocent spouse. Now move on to separation of liability. In this case, the person is supposed to be divorced or living separately for the past 12 months before seeking this relief, that is filing the form 8857. Again, the tax is understated on the return because of the erroneous things that the other spouse has done, and the spouse is claiming relief from it. And now the third one is equitable relief. If the innocent spouse and the separation of liability cannot be claimed, then equitable relief comes into play. In equitable relief, a spouse can also claim, besides the understated tax liability, underpaid tax liability can also be claimed, as you can see here. And that means that if $5,000 was due on the return and the spouse just paid $3,000, there is a $2,000 of underpaid tax liability. The spouse can claim that also in equitable relief and say, I don't want to pay this. I had already paid it. I don't know anything about it. Or I knew about it, but I couldn't do anything about it. Now, that's an interesting topic. IRS also says that if the spouse knows about it and could not challenge the other spouse because of fear of retaliation and abusive relationship, or where the other spouse was controlling all the financials and this spouse had no knowledge of it, she can claim equitable relief. Equitable relief has a timeline of 10 years from the time IRS starts the collection activity. So there you are. This was the innocent spouse, where the spouse did not know, or where it knew but he could not, or she could not challenge the other spouse because of fear of retaliation. That's equitable. Now going down to injured spouse relief. This is very straightforward, where one of the spouse had some previous debts and IRS is withholding the refund or to divert that funds towards payment of those debts. What kind of debts can they be? They are like financial obligations, child support, wage garnishment. So the spouse can say, well, this is not my fault. I'm being injured for no reason. Please divide the refund and give me my piece of the refund, and you can divert the rest of the refund to the payment of those loans which were taken by my spouse, which I have no connection to. So please return. So that's That was the injured spouse. Now, please keep in mind the slide is very basic. I try to pick up some relevant, most important features. There are other features also, other exceptions and other benefits that IRS can give you to give the claim or deny the claim. So please consult your tax preparer. This is a complicated topic. You can also reach me at saxena@cpa.com if you have any questions. If you like what you hear, please like my video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for listening and a happy new year to everybody.